Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Perfect Game Speedrun. Currently we are in the Spirit Temple. It is the second to last temple. The reason that we're skipping over the second to last, the Shadow Temple, is that the Spirit Temple requires half of it to be done as a child. So we're going ahead and getting that out of the way for the time being, and then we'll backtrack to the Shadow Temple. So without further ado, I will start the timer now and get this thing going. Hang a left here and you will spot Nibiru. She's the second in command of the Gerudo Thieves. She will not continue speaking to you unless you answer her question, "What are you doing here?" with "Nothing, really." And then she says, "Oh, you have nothing better to do? That's cool. I have something for you to do." In the Gerudo tribe, only one man is born every 100 years, and he is destined to be king. But Nibiru is saying that she doesn't like Ganondorf. He kills people, and she will never bow to him. So she wants you to help her get a special piece of equipment in the temple called the Silver Gauntlets. Silver Gauntlets allow you to move really heavy objects, and she wants you to give them to her so that she can go inside the temple, which Ganondorf is using as his hideout to mess up his plans. Just break shit and move around stuff, I guess. You can't even enter the temple without the Silver Gauntlets, so we could probably use them ourselves, but we're promising to give them to her, so that's a moral dilemma we're gonna have to face later. Nibiru, coming from the future, we know that she is known to be a loyal servant of Ganondorf, so there must have been something to change her mind about him between now and then. I guess we'll see as we go on. She said at that last part, by the way, she said, "I'll do something good for you if you do this for me." I'm going to use my boomerang a little bit more because this is the last part of the childhood series, so I like to save my bullets and have a full inventory of everything when I leave Childhood Link for the last time. Those Armos, by the way, are defeated the same way we did it in Dodongo's Cavern. We just placed a bomb right next to them and waited to activate him until the very last second, and then the trick to a Stalfos, quickly killing a Stalfos, is to watch the rhythm of when they drop their sword and shield, and you can pretty much continuously hit them if you time it right. So we're using our boomerang to hit this crystal switch and drop this bridge. That chest over there is just 5 rupees, don't worry about it. Now, this guy, oh my god, I did it again. Okay. This guy, you want to run past him and head to the left side of the room and then hit this crystal switch. he will set himself on fire as a result. Oh my god. Why do I keep falling like that? Oh well. So if you're low on money like I am, you want to lower this wall master to the floor and kill it, and you'll get some good money there. You don't want to climb the ladder right next to that skulltula because it will hurt you from the other side of the fence, just like I just showed you. So now all of the geese are dead. And we're going to get this skulltula really quick. And we're going to bust out Din's fire once more and light these torches. And head back to where we came from to get this chest. Now we came out on the other side of that room we were just in, and we can go through this crawl space in the middle. There's a skulltula on the wall right there. Now you're gonna run over to this corner and kill this Lizalfos right here. And you hit this crystal switch. Now when the cutscene for the chest is really short like that, when they make it really, really brief, that means that a good chest fell and a bad chest fell, like a chest you don't really need. This is about the only place you need bomb chew. And that other chest just has 5 rupees in it. Hang a left and push this statue down. And then jump down into this main hall of the Colossus. After you get the dungeon map, you just climb back up from where you came and go up these stairs. There's a skulltula over there, but we have to wait to get it. We can't get it right now. This is called the Room of 3 Trials. There are 3 things we have to do in order to move on in this room. The first thing is to gather all of these white rupees. It's a good idea to blow up these BMOS just to get them out of your hair and so you don't have to be concerned with them. Now that the torch is lit, right here, we are going to go equip our Deku sticks here and light the 3 torches that are around the room. Slash your sword really quick so you can avoid spending out your Deku stick. And we got a key, but that's not opening the door in front of us here to get us into the next room. So the third and final part of this is getting this sun switch that's on this block to activate. And now we can move on. Keep a weather eye out for this skulltula right here. These things are called iron knuckles. They hit really hard, so you want to you gotta be really quick on your feet here. See what I mean? Like, even a seasoned player can have trouble with these guys. They are tough. They hit hard. You don't want to mess around here. That's Cape Bora's last advice to us. power to lift big things with A. Okay, we are officially done with the childhood portion of this dungeon. And officially done with being a kid. Aren't you guys happy? So this is just because I'm crazy and I'm just gonna fill up my inventory here because I'm that nuts. I like everything to be perfect when I beat the game. Oh my god. Okay, I guess we're running the rest of the way. Let's see. Alright, everybody, say goodbye to Child Link. Actually, let's grab some bomb chew really quick. Just so we can have be full up on that. It's really okay that we're so low on money. Like, it really doesn't matter. I promise you. We're gonna have more money than we know what to do with soon. So, now that we have the silver gauntlets, I'm just gonna run and get one skulltula over here. I don't know if you guys remember, but I told you that there were 2 skulltulas that I did not find on my own. And this is the second one of those. We're gonna take the Zora shortcut here. I would never have found this skulltula. Never. It is impossible. Well, I guess not entirely possible, but I certainly didn't do it, so... You're gonna run over to this corner where we found the Great Fairy and pick up this rock. There are invisible, regular-sized skulltulas here. And then at the top there's a regular one that's not invisible. And that was the last Zora's Domain skulltula. Alrighty, we're about to start the Shadow Temple. And here we go. You're going to need the Eye of Truth for this dungeon. If you don't have it, they just basically tell you it's impossible to do this. You're going to go to the right first. This is my least favorite dungeon. It's just boring. I mean, I like gothy stuff as much as the next person, but, like, this is not gothy, it's just ugly. Ugly and not creative. So how I knew that was there is, if you used the Eye of Truth, it would show you where the hidden doors are. But in the first room that looks like that, you go into the middle right panel, and in the second room, a middle right panel, and then back center panel. And then in this one, you just go to the back rightmost panel. Now, if you'll remember what I said the first time we fought one of these dead hands, is that we have to let them bite us. But now that I have the Eye of Truth, I can see on the floor there's a dark spot where he's going to appear. Okay, so you see there, it's in the center. Yay! Question mark. The hover boots. They allow you to hover over the air for a brief period of time, but they don't give any traction, so I like to keep them off as much as humanly possible. Now, I know my way back simply from habit, but just use the Eye of Truth and go through every door that's invisible, really, in those areas, and you can't go wrong. So the trial of this is we use the Eye of Truth to see which skull is real, and it's that furthest one right there. So we're going to point the bird towards the real one here. And that caused the gate to open. Now line yourself up behind this torch as best as you can. The more accurate you are, the better off you'll be. And then use the hover boots like so. And take them right back off because they're really a pain in the butt to walk in. In this room, there are two invisible walls. You're going to go through the right one first. These are Gibdos. just don't have time to play the sun song to get them to be frozen. I just don't want to deal with it. So, but that's the easier way to fight them, is just play the sun song and they'll freeze, and then you can go up behind them and smack them a couple times. Alright, compass. Now we're going to go straight across the way to hidden door number 2. Be careful in here while gathering these silver rupees, because that spike will hurt a lot. You can crouch to avoid it. That silver rupee I just got across the way there, do not go in the little alcove right next to it, because that's a hidden floor. So that's no bueno if you fall through. And you just go out this room the way you came. That's close enough. Now you're going to bomb the third wall, the eastern wall here, excuse me, and there's a key door. And watch out, because there are spiders that will fall from the ceiling. So don't run down this hallway really fast. Just take your time. And obviously avoid the guillotine. The guillotine things falling. You don't want to hit those naturally. You're going to jump across the gaps here. Come on, buddy. And now you're going to jump. There is an invisible block here. See? I was not jumping to my death, I promise. Now there's a hidden rotating spike here, so don't just run out into the middle. And I recommend that you shoot that like from way over here. It's just gonna make your life a million times easier. You want to kill all the keys against the walls. Just watch where they are. You can also just sniper them from really far away if you like. Alright, where's the last one? I can't remember. You can hear its wings moving. Ah. There it is. There are 2 chests in here. They're both equally useless. But there's another one in case you need it right next to it, and it's arrows. Not necessarily valuable, but if you're in a pinch and you need them, there they are. Now now that we've done that, we're going to jump right back across. And we're going to put our hover boots back on. And we're going to wait for this block to get as high as it can go. And take our boots back off. Be careful of those spikes. They will send you off the edge if you're not careful. Ah, damn it, Link. You have to blow up that BMOS in the middle to reveal the last silver rupee. There's a hidden block right here. And you just pull it out on the track here. Line it up as best you can. And then push it. And those spike things will fall on it instead of you. And you're going to push it until both of the spike blocks are blocked now. And then you can safely get this skulltula here. And now you're going to pull it from the other side. Don't do it any other way or else you will get hurt. In fact, you'll die. Like instantly. And they'll make you reset. Now, don't pull it all the way if you can. Help it. If you can't, that's cool. Because you can use... Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. We're alright. We're alright. Alright. And you walk across this thing and you jump on this switch. See, that means, see how the cutscene was? That means that one of them is a dummy chest with like 5 rupees in it, and one of them has something good. They do that a lot in this dungeon and in the Spirit Temple. You can't make that jump without the hover boots. Don't even try, or else you'll have to do it all over again. And now you're done in here. So once again, avoid the spinning steel traps there and walk across this little bridge. It's sort of to your diagonal left. Use the Eye of Truth to jump to these blocks. And this is another silver rupee hunt. You have to use the Eye of Truth to reveal these hookshot targets a lot of the time. That chest is nothing important, really. And put on the hover boots here. There are spikes on the floor, by the way. That's what I keep running into. But that just shows you how much I care about Link's well-being. That chest is nothing, it's just like crap. It's like 5 rupees or something. Alright, in this room, we're gonna run to this back wall here. And there's a skulltula. Huh, that was stupid, but whatevs. You have to kill all the enemies in here to get out. And then what you do right before you leave is you throw this bomb into this skull thing, and that will get you a key. I use the hook shot again, like so, and hop up here. This corridor requires the iron boots. So just time it right so that the steel traps don't get you. And you can use this hook shot. And you have to walk with the iron boots across here. That ice switch will shoot fire at you occasionally. Just block it with your sword, with your shield, and it'll go away. And we are going to use the hover boots to get across here. That other door has nothing of use in it, so don't worry about it. I'm just going to use the Sun Song in here because these guys are just a little more annoying. They have more of a breadth to catch you with, so I just don't like to mess around. Once again, that is a dummy chest. Nothing of importance. But under this rock over here is where the key is. And it's invisible too. But the Eye of Truth will reveal it there. And once you open it, it will be visible again. I think this is just 5 rupees. Yeah. Nothing important. Okay. So we're going to pull this block here to this track. There's a shortcut in this room to the beginning of the dungeon if you need to go back, but why? Like, there's no point. But it's there in case you need it. It has to do with that chain link fence there. And that hole in the floor that I mentioned in that one room with the key in it, like really early on, that's where it leads. I've actually been skipping a lot of information as far as shortcuts in the dungeon goes because I don't need them. I just skip right over them. They're a time waster. But there are a couple shortcuts in the dungeon, like to get back, but why not just use a warp song if you need to leave and get like a ferry or something? So once you've climbed up that ladder, you can play your Scarecrow song and you need the long shot in order to get that. And then you're going to jump across to this ferry here. And a Triforce signal obviously means that they want you to play Zelda's Lullaby. It's only been 20 minutes and we're almost through. This is a short dungeon, that's the only consolation, really. I like to kill these guys quickly so that I can enjoy the view. I mean, they didn't have to program, like, stuff, you know, and they did. They put, like, rocks and stuff all around. See? I don't know why they did these things, but they did. And I just gotta admire them. Like, they put scenery in where, you know, they also put enemies to distract you, so. Put on your hover boots. And jump over here. Get your bow and arrow out. And shoot those bomb flowers. The ferry is sinking behind us. That's what Navi is screaming about, but we're already off of the ferry, so it doesn't really affect us. Take off your hover boots and head into this door. It's the only door that you can get to on this side. And use your Eye of Truth to circumnavigate to the north door. And watch out for the floor masters. They're easily avoidable, but you just want to watch out for them. Get your Din's fire spell out or your fire arrows and set fire to this wall of spikes that's coming at you. Because who needs that? And now we have the boss key. That chest over there is nothing. It's like rupees or something. The reason I don't consider it completionist to get all of the chests no matter what is because it's a waste if you already have full health or a full wallet. Like, why open a chest to give you stuff you don't need? I mean, one could make the argument that like, why plant all the beans when only 6 of them actually give you something? You're gonna blow up all of these circling head things. Because there's a lot of money to be had. Alright, so we've just completed the western door. So you're gonna wait until this guy jumps at you. And use Din's fire as quickly as you can. Okay, I missed one. We're done with that. We're gonna go back out the east door, which is the one we came out of. We came into this room in. You're gonna use the thing we made fall down here as a bridge. You're gonna walk on across. If you play the Scarecrow song from the other side there, you can get up there, but there's just recovery hearts and stuff up there. It's not really important. Once again, use your Eye of Truth to jump from one platform to the other. And I forgot I needed the hover boots for that one. I just really don't like putting them on. Like, I just hate them, to be perfectly honest with you. Alright, you want to take your hover boots back off, and you want to equip your bow and arrow, your Eye of Truth, and your long shot. My best time for Bongo Bongo, this boss, is like 50 seconds. So let's see how well I do this time. That was 1 minute 6 seconds, so that wasn't as good as my best time, but that was still pretty good. noticed how Link has his ears pierced, and when he's a kid, he doesn't? Just saying, like, did the spirit realm think he needed, like, a fashion makeover? Like, who the hell pierced his ears while he was asleep? And he was in spirit form, apparently. Like, he wasn't in physical form, so... Otherwise, you know, he would have been a scraggly old bearded guy. Well, not old, but you know what I mean, like shaggy looking. Now, thanks to us taking care of some stuff earlier, we can go straight to the Spirit Temple and finish it. And remember that bean that we planted when we were a kid? We were kids, or a kid, or whatever you want to say. So, getting the skulltula, you wait until you pass the first rock, you jump on the second one, then you have to jump back and use the bean to get this heart piece, which is our last heart piece. We are done with pieces of heart. How cool is that? And now that we have the silver gauntlets, we can get into the temple. Well, that works too. And just like when we were kids, we are going to go into the left door first. And we go back out the door that we came through and head for the right door. This is the only reason you have to beat the Shadow Temple before the Spirit Temple, because you need the hover boots for that thing, that white gem, and that gem alone. How sad is that? But I mean, you get the hover boots so close to the entrance. I have experimented before and just gotten the hover boots in the very beginning and then left and done the Spirit Temple first. Watch out, because the minute that you go for that chest, that like will fall from the ceiling. So just be wary. And now we go through the middle door. Watch out for the like once again. Climb up the wall here. Oh no, I've forgotten about this. I guess I did kill them all, and I only heard 2 die. That second one is the one that you want, but the other one will summon a Floor Master. Okay, so we're back in that main chamber, if you'll recall. And what we're gonna do is put on our hover boots. Now that switch over there that you see, if you want to activate it, it's optional. You can open up a shortcut back to the beginning of the dungeon from this room, but it's really not necessary. You're going to jump on the Goddess of Sands hand here, and then you're going to play Zelda's Lullaby. And hookshot the chest that is over there on her hand. And now we can finally get this skulltula here after 7 years of waiting. Now you go down these stairs and you come to this corner, and then you can hook shot this torch here to get you back to where you were. Now instead of messing around with the traps of fire, we're just gonna kill these guys with our fire arrows, because I promise it's easier. See, we already have 500 rupees again. Like, that was effortless getting our money back. Once you've killed all the enemies in this room, you just go into the next one, and you're gonna activate this Beamos right here, and you're gonna have him. Ah, brother. There's a. You gotta like trick him into getting on your. Getting on that switch and then running over to it fast enough. Here's another iron knuckle. He'll go down a lot faster now that we have the big Goron sword on our side. See how easy that was? Wasn't that side quest to get this sword totally worth it? Yes, it was. Alright, we finally got the mirror shield, which is stupendously handy, not to mention stylish. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and equip my favorite outfit. See how color coordinated I am. Red tunic, red trim on the shield. There's 2 chests in here, by the way, but they don't have anything of any importance. But they're there, and the map shows you that they're there. Now we can use the mirror shield to reflect light back at stuff. And now we go back into this room where we were before and open this other door. This is called the Wall of Death. And I'm going to show you a very handy trick to get past the Wall of Death without any of the pain and agony. Instead of actually climbing the Wall of Death, we're going to stand on this Beamos pedestal and hookshot this right here. And look how much pain we just avoided. Oops. How cool is that? So we run up here and play the Zelda song again. First thing we're going to do is kill all of the enemies in this room, just to get them out of the way. And then we get our bombs out, and we bomb this door here. That caused these ceiling tiles to appear, and then that switch causes the ring of fire around the boss key to disappear. And we're going to swing to our right. Watch out for the flying pots there. Activate this switch through the gate. If you don't have the bigger end sword, all you have to do is is use your spin attack to ignite that switch. Now that the light is facing a certain way and hitting that big mirror in the big room that we were just in, we jump down here and we're going to activate that sun switch there. And we're going to use the light to disintegrate the goddess's face. You have to kind of hit just the bottom of that cage. Oh, so the witches brainwashed her. That's why she's been working for Ganondorf these long 7 years. Alright, so we're gonna do the boss fight now. Check your map just to make sure you have all the skulltulas and that the logo is there. The trick to this fight is the mirror shield. You have to have it, and you're going to watch these sisters to see which one of them casts magic at you first. So it's going to be the Frosty. And the goal is to use your mirror shield to bounce their magic back at them. Sometimes they fly out of range and all you can do is just block it. They're not being very cooperative this game. And I'm not doing very well either. I blocked that. There we go. Got her that time. You guys robbed me of that. This is taking much longer than usual. There we go. They are just robbing me. All right, we got it now. So the trick to this part is to reflect the same spell 3 times. So make sure you don't get 2 frosts and a fire. Like, if she casts fire, run. Look how cool the shield looks when it's got magic in it. probably my worst time ever. I got 5 minutes and 30 seconds, essentially, or 5 minutes and 40 seconds, excuse me. Usually I can do that in about 3 minutes and 50 seconds, so I was almost 2 minutes higher than my normal time. But that's okay. That fight is just, it's not meant to be rushed. You have to finagle with them sometimes. So Spirit, the child part took me about 22 minutes, and the adult part took me 27 minutes. So I did the dungeon itself in about 31-ish minutes, so that was not bad. Link will be wearing in this flashback the equipment that you were actually wearing. The game keeps track of what you had on, and you will be properly represented from that time period. So bad news all around, it seems. The only two things we have to do now is get the fourth and last bottle, which we will do now, which is, and the reason I put it off this long is that it's kind of boring, but you can really do this any time after the forest temple. It gets tedious, and I really don't enjoy it, but... There are 10 large Poes in this world. If you manage to destroy all 10 of them, you will get a very cool thingy. The fourth bottle. And I will show you where all 10 of them are. You have to empty your bottles to do this. You need all 3 of them. Now our next Poe is directly in front of us. You have to brush your horse up against this road sign. Epona does not appreciate the arrows flying by her head. The first one you had to brush up against that rock. That kind of strange, weird, pillar-like rock. Alright, you want to go slowly and brush up against this tree right outside Lon Lon Ranch. Like so. Now once you have 3 Poes, you have to go back and sell them to the ghost shop, which is here in Hyrule Castle Town. 7 years ago, if you bothered to talk to one of the Hyrule guards that lives in this little guard shack, he says he likes ghosts. 7 years later, this guy is here, and he buys ghosts. So you get 500 rupees in total from this guy, selling these big Poes. So believe me, do not worry about money this late in the game. So we've got 3 more trips to do, and then we'll be done. The 4th Poe we're going to get is kind of a pain in the butt to get him to appear. You have to finagle this just right. You're going to hit this tree and make a sharp left into this bush. Oh, see, sometimes you don't... Mother. See what I mean? Sometimes, like, getting this Poe to appear is just a pain in the buttocks. That was Poe number 4. This is Poe number 5, and incidentally, kind of the most annoying one. Well, second most annoying one. The key to that one is that tree that I just passed on the right. Now this is the most annoying one right here. The key to it is these crossroads here. You kind of have to cross both of them in just the right way. And if you run too close to a wall, the Poe will disappear. So we're going to swing around and come from the opposite direction. The slower you do this, the just happier you will be. So don't worry about going fast. Just take your time. So that's 6 out of 10 Poes that I have just gotten. This guy, by the way, if you talk to him without selling him anything, he'll say, "How do you do? Nice to meet you. Wow, you're a handsome guy. If I had a face like yours, I could run a different kind of business." Pone number 7 is also kind of a pain in the butt. You have to ride through these trees in such a way that whatever, I'll get the pone number 8. Pone number 8 is easier, look. Look how much easier that one was. It's just riding through those bushes, that's what triggers it. But this one is a little more of a challenge. Got him to come out that time, but it wasn't quite right. Damn it. Shit. There we go. Got him that time. And the last two are really easy. Like super easy. Right by this rock here. It's much easier just to warp back to where you were. And Poe number 10 is very easy. I like to save the easiest, like one of the easiest ones for last, just to save myself some sanity. So you're gonna ride parallel next to this wall here, like so. How cool was that? Now, because we're all the way over here, I'm going to run into the woods really quick. That was just to help me out. That bean that you planted back there will lead to some rupees. But it's really not like I need them. Trust me. This is not the only way to get over here. If you go through the potion shop, there's a side door that leads directly outside here. That's where that door is, right there. That was in front of me. Now, you don't have to do this, but for the final boss, I like to buy a blue potion. That way, I don't have to be stressed about what my magic is looking like when I'm fighting Ganon. I don't need to worry about anything. I mean, we still have one more thing that we gotta do before we head to Ganon's castle. We still have to get the ice arrows, which are not necessary, but they are useful. I shot him in the wrist and he died. That's how this game is played. I'm just filling up my bottles and stuff like that. No biggie. Now, at this point, I believe I have 99 skulltulas. I am now on the way to get the last one. Those blue Tektites, if they jump at you when you're on Epona, they can't hurt you, so don't worry about them. is the last skulltula in the entire world. As I said, you will get unlimited money for life once you've gotten all 100 of the skulltulas. But as I said before, by the time we actually get all 100 of them, it's hardly worth it. I mean, you think I was low on money right now, but there's a 200 rupee piece hidden in the Ice Arrow dungeon that I'm going to be getting. Alright, so here we go in the Ice Arrow dungeon. You're going to hang a left first. And you have a minute to defeat all of these two Stalfos here. There are 9 keys in this dungeon, but you only are required to get 7 in order to get the ice arrows. It's just my preference always to get all 9 of them for the sake of completionism. Now, watch out, because there are wall masters in this room. You can hear them coming. Now there is a hidden hook shot up here. And a switch you have to step on. And you need to come out here. And this is very important. You want to do this. And not forget to do it right here. Don't do it later. Now that you've summoned the scarecrow, you go back out where you came. It's a good idea just to get those guys. Even though all you get is arrows, it's just good to get them out of the way so they're not attacking you while you move this giant block. Do not let these legs get you. Do not let them bite you, because they will steal your equipment, and then you'll be sad. The key is in that hidden spot right there. You need the Eye of Truth to see it. Do not open the chest. It's up on that pedestal. It is an ice trap. And here is the 200 rupee piece right here. Now we're going to jump down and shoot these eyes as we go. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, I'm really hungry. I'm not making excuses. I'm just very hungry. Okay, let's try this again. There. Alright, now we're talking. We're cooking with gas. We use the long shot to get to this chest here. Try not to fall in the lava. Now you're going to use the scarecrow to get this hidden key. This is one of the bonus keys that they give you. And you're going to jump out the only door available to you that's new. Once you've killed all the enemies, you're going to bust out your megaton hammer. And that deactivated the fire around this chest. And you're going to knock this one down. I think this is just arrows or something, but... well, I needed some anyway. Now we're going to shoot this eye switch here. And we're going to leave out this door. And we're going to collect the white rupees here. You need your hover boots. Don't try and do this without it. Just do yourself a favor. And you're going to play the Song of Time from this pedestal here. Once you've activated that switch, you're gonna make a big loop around the way you came. And there's a key up here. Oops. My bad. It's all good. Okay. Now we're going to put our underwater tunic and our iron boots on and sink down to the bottom of this pit. It's a good idea just to kill those clams and not have to deal with them. Now this is a little tricky, this part, because there's a current in this room and it goes around in a circle. So you have to time yourself taking the boots off just right so you just swim right into the gems like so. There we go, we got it now. See how it's dragging me in a circle there? Alright, put the hover boots back on and run out. In order to escape this room, you have to walk around this wall. This is the only way. For whatever reason, they want to torture you. It's a good idea to save right here. And now, because you've got 8 keys. And you're going to head to the left. Once you've opened this first portcullis, I guess you'd call it, you climb up through a hidden thing in the floor, and there's the last key right here. That's a little hidden thing in case you get stuck. And these chests have like various things in them, like money, you know, that kind of stuff. Nothing of dire importance. And here we are. And now we go out the way we came. I don't think that switch does anything for you. I think it's just like a chest that drops some rupees or something. Okay, we are ready to go to the final dungeon now. I'm just gonna do something that I consider part of my gameplay experience. I like to put my horse back in the stable. Not necessary, but just something I like to do as sort of a goodbye to the level. Goodbye to the outside, really, would be a better way to say that. And we are living in a po-free world, and I am a po-free hero of time. Fare thee well, Mistress Malin. I just like to park her here as sort of a farewell, my dear friend, who helped me through so many trials. Oops, I wasn't watching the screen. That concludes the second to last session of the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time speedrun perfect game. I'm going to stop the timer now. That was 2 hours, 15 minutes, 56 seconds. So our time currently is 11 hours, actually 12 hours pretty much on the nose. So I have an hour to finish the game, which should not be a problem at all. Thanks all for watching. Let me know if you guys have a better way of killing bosses, or if you have any comments on my way. Please don't make fun of me for how badly I did on Twin Rova. Usually I do much better than that, I promise you. But I wanted to be honest in this video. I'd also like to mention that I'm going to have to color correct this video to make it a lot brighter so you guys can see everything. I'm sorry about that. That's going to ruin sort of your true gaming experience because the lighting will be all wrong, but that way you can see what's happening, you know. So anyway, that's I'll be saving now. And that's it for this session. See you guys for the next time and for the final installment of this playthrough.